Hi there. My name is Vanasar Tarakali, and I am a somatic educator and intuitive. And today I'm here to share some bones meditations with you. And bones meditations are an amazing way to ground yourself and to create a sense of safety in your body. And working with your bones is amazing because we all have skeletons and we carry them around with us wherever we go. So you can tap into your body's sense of safety and grounding and reliability pretty much anywhere you are. So let me show you some bones meditations. So the first bones meditation is really simple. It's to squeeze your bones. So let's start with your hand, and you can do this along with me. So squeeze each bone in your fingers, one by one. And as you squeeze your bones, really pay attention to the sensation of pressure, of contact, and especially notice that when you squeeze your bone pushes back. You are not an amoeba, you're not a sponge. Your bone stays strong and reliable. And paying attention to sensations accesses the part of our brain that goes into fight or flight that scares us. And so we're trying to relax that part of the brain and say, I've got this, I'm steady, I can handle this situation. So if you squeeze your bones, you're sending the message to your whole body and to your brain that I'm strong, I'm reliable, my structure is holding me up. So that's why it's important to feel the sensations and go through every bone in your body that you can. There's so many bones in your feet, you might not be able to do that, but generally, you want to squeeze your forearm, you want to squeeze your upper arm bones, squeeze your collar bones, find your shoulder blades, squeeze them, and each place that you squeeze your bones it's going to have a different effect. If you squeeze your jaw and your skull, and you're just pushing and feeling. So right now, this sensation I feel my skull pushing back on my hands. It's not caving in. It's solid. It's sturdy. And so you're sending a message to your whole body and your brain that there's a solid, reliable strength here that you can lean into. And this skull of ours is also protecting our brains. So it can feel like a nice, cozy container when our thoughts are going all over the place. If you just pay attention to the strength and the solidity of your skull, it can help your thoughts kind of settle and feel less crazy. And don't forget the rest of your body. So it's really great to squeeze your feet, your toes, your leg bones. I guess we're not seeing that. Anyway, it's great to squeeze all of the bones in your body. If you squeeze the bones in your legs and your feet, it's very grounding. You can feel the big bones in your lower legs, the big bones in your thighs, holding you, holding your flesh, and it's really reassuring on a nonverbal level to your body. So that's the first bones meditation. You want to go through and find all the bones you can and squeeze them. And after you do that, and I'm hoping you've been doing this along with me a little bit, when you do it, notice the mood of your body after you've been squeezing your bones. Notice how it affects you to do this. Notice how you feel. And if you feel good, if you feel more reassured, even just a little bit, then this one's a keeper for you. So the practices I'm going to share with you, some of them are going to work for your body, and some of them are not. So I'm going to show you a few of them. That's because every body is different, and it's completely fine if you try something that doesn't work for you, then you get to go, no, that doesn't work for me. But if you keep practicing things and you find out what does work for you, then you start having a whole bag full of tricks that work for you that you can pull out when you're anxious or stressed. So that's the first one, is squeezing your bones. And again, you just want to push and squeeze and feel the sensations, and then notice your mood. Oh, and one other thing, the more times you do this practice, if it's a keeper for you, if your body liked it, the more times you do it, the more it'll become a part of you. You'll start to embody this sense in your daily life of, oh, I've got this scaffold holding me up that I can really rely on. So practicing over and over is really important. Okay, so the second bones meditation I want to share with you is to feel the weight and the gravity of each one of your bones. So I'm going to kind of guide you through this. If you're in a comfortable sitting position, or even if you're lying down, I'd like you to lift up your foot and put it down, and lift up your foot again and put it down. I'd like you to feel the effort and the weight of your foot rising up, and then how gravity easily guides your foot back down. Again, you could be standing or sitting or lying to do this. Now, pick up your whole leg. Lift it up. Feel the weight of it in the air, and as it descends, as you let it down again, feel gravity pulling your leg down. So you can really feel the substance and the weight and the density of your bones in your feet and your legs. So if you're sitting, you can push up and feel your sitting bones and your hip bones coming up, and then when you sit down, feel them descending. Feel gravity easily pulling them down. Feel their weight and their substance. And you can go through this with all of your bones. So you could lift up your hand and let it down. Lift it up and let it down. Lift up your arm and let it down. So you want to lift up feet and then legs and then hips. And then you could kind of lift up your rib cage and let it down. Lift it up and let it down. And this is a different way of being with our bones. It's just feeling that they have a weight to them, and that gravity guides them back down again. And as you're doing this, and now go ahead and do this with your shoulders, with your arms, with your hands. You can bring your head down and feel how heavy it is as you lift your head up again. So this is a way again to tune into the power and the substance of your bones. And really notice the sensations as you do this. When we pay attention to our sensations, like hot or cold or moving or still or pressure or contact, those kinds of sensations, when we pay attention, we're actually sending a message to our reptilian brain. And this is the part of the brain that takes us into fight or flight. And if that part of the brain is getting a message of steady, strong, heavy bones, it tends to help the whole body drop into a relaxed back and down feeling, which is the opposite of feeling anxious or triggered or reactive. So, and I just want to say a little bit about grounding. To be grounded is to feel connected to the earth, to feel like the earth has got us. And so the more we can feel the weight and then the gravity, the more it helps us be grounded. And so you can walk around without doing anything special except noticing you have bones and feel grounded. So that was bones meditation number 2. And that's just lifting and then dropping your bones and feeling the weight. So this is the end of part 1 of finding home in your bones, grounding meditations using your bones. And part 2 will have a guided meditation that's a little longer. So I hope you check out part 2 for the third bones meditation. And practice what you like. Practice what works for you. Finding out what works for your body and then practicing it will allow you to become more and more grounded and feel safer in your body over time. Enjoy!